Stadium. And a week matchup in District 32 6A, a Week 8 matchup, that is, between the Los Fresnos Falcons and the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. In a district where, realistically, 2 wins could get you in the playoffs, Los Fresnos Falcons come in with a record of 1-0, having defeated Harlingen South last week. Meanwhile, this Rivera Raiders fell last week to the hands of the Hannah Eagles, and so they are trying to right the ship. Falcons are trying to put themselves in good position to secure a playoff spot as early as the second game in district play. One thing about it, we got 8 minutes on the clock, and the Los Fresnos Falcons have just arrived here to the field. There's no such thing as a warm-up, no such thing as stretching out. They literally got off the bus. Team captains walked out to the midfield area and are preparing to meet the captains for the Rivera Raiders for the coin toss to decide who gets this football to start this ball game. It's a crisp, cool night tonight in Brownsville. Wind is blowing. There's overcast skies. I don't think there's any threat of rain, but if it did rain, it wouldn't be a shock, and it would be a surprise if we didn't get a little moisture in the air before this one's said and done. But it's definitely football weather. It's a cool evening. It's a great night for football as long as the rain stays out of the mix. Real quick, our Hacienda Ford keys to the game for tonight for the Falcons. On the visiting side, it's ground control. This football team is starting to understand more and more what Coach Brown wants to do on the offensive side, and that is utilize that ground game to take off big chunks of the clock while you're controlling the football. Keep the other team's offense, and so ground control tonight is one of the keys for the Falcons. Field position. Take advantage of field position as the Hannah Eagles did last week. Pin this Raider team back and open some things up on the special teams to perhaps shorten the field, make the job easier on the offense. And then 3 and outs on defense. The Raiders could try to counter this Falcon team by going to the air and offset that ground and pound control game. And if you get 3 and outs, that offense sets on the field and the defense has to keep grinding it out against your offense, and the advantage would swing to the Falcons as this game goes on. You literally can wear the defense down. For the Raiders, keys to the game, Hacienda Ford, our keys to the game, improve special teams. Obviously, last week they lost to the Hannah Eagles, but a big part of that was field position thanks to some special teams miscues. They were handing the Eagles short field to operate with due to special teams, and so tonight they have to improve there. Take the lead and then hold on. If they can get a hold of a lead here, they then can have the opportunity to perhaps force this team, being the Falcons, to throw the ball, which is not in their comfort zone. They can throw it. They don't want to. But if you take a lead, you may make them have to. Pressure the quarterback. They're going to use the quarterback to make the decisions. And so if you can put some pressure on him, maybe you can take away some of the options and put them into a more 1 or 2 dimensional phase versus the multiple options that they have with their running game. That's our Hacienda Ford keys to the game. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. 5:50 before the kickoff. We're at Sam Stadium on a Thursday night in Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville Rivera at home taking on the Los Fresnos Falcons with the assistance of the Brownsville. And we'll find out which department is running the show tonight. We'll get that one. Joe gets me the notes. But I do know that we're in the conjunction of the media department here with BISD. We'll be back with the opening kickoff and more on Real Sports Live.
Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Real Sports 5, #1.
It's a Hacienda party.
It's the Hacienda Ford football sale. Right now, get 0% interest for 60 months on 2019 Ford Rangers, plus $2,500 in bonus cash.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Robert Bellows, Favorite Cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Welcome again to high school football here on Rio Sports Live in conjunction with KBSDI TV at Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas on a Thursday night as the Los Fresnos Falcons are in town to take on the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. And we are set for this opening kickoff as we're still awaiting for the teams to make their way back off on the sidelines. We've had the playing of the national anthem. We've had the coin toss. We've had everything as far as pregame activity goes, getting ready for this kickoff as the District 32 6A matchup is ready to go. And once again, we are getting some audio issues checked in. That's on your end. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Cold War Moscow, 1980.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here at Sam Stadium as we are getting set for the Rivera Raiders to take the field here on their home turf in this District 32 6A matchup against the Los Fresnos Falcons. And there's a lot riding on this football game here tonight for both of these teams. The Raiders next week will be taking on Harlingen South. A victory here puts them in position to go over there and get a win, and then in essence have a spot in the playoffs secured for the most part. The Falcons, on the other hand, a win here puts them at 2-0 in district play with victories over Harlingen South and over Rivera. And remember, it's a 6-team district, and so 4 teams are going to get in. So if you get victories over 2 teams, you put yourself right there in the mix for an eventual playoff spot. Raiders take the field. They are accompanied tonight by all of the middle school players who are on hand as the Brownsville School District bringing in the younger players to be a part of the Friday Night Lights, although it's on a Thursday night, but being a part of the varsity action here at Sam Stadium. Meanwhile, the Falcons of Los Fresnos in the white uniforms with the maroon trim bring their kicking team onto the field, and they'll be kicking off to start this ball game. They kind of went through the motions, got off the bus, lined up for the national anthem, and then walked to the sidelines and are now set to kick the ball away. There was no pregame activity whatsoever here. I was joking with some of the coaches asking, hey, are you guys warming up on the bus or what? They're like, well, we're certainly going to be coming in late stages of the pregame show. And in this case, just a few minutes before they kick it off here tonight. Raiders going left to right, Falcons going right to left. 12 minutes on the clock. And we are set to go here with the opening kickoff. It's a deep kick, middle of the field. Fielded inside the 5, out across the 5 to the 10 for the Raiders of the 15-yard line. Out across the 18 to the 19, stretching out to the 20-yard line. And that's where the Raider offense will step on the field for a first time this evening. I want to welcome you aboard. If you're just joining us on a broadcast, those watching on our social media sites, share the link if you're on our Facebook page. That always engages more customers or more fans to tune in. And also on our YouTube channel, we ask you to subscribe to the channel to help the numbers grow there. This marks our second-year anniversary since we started Rio Sports Live. I'll get into that a little bit later on. First down play for the Raiders from their own 20. Twin receivers right side, single receiver left-hand side on first down. And they'll fake the run and keep it on himself. That's Cheeto Perez, the quarterback. Gets hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of a yard or two. And that's the way we'll open it up here on first down. So a loss of 2 on the play. Brings up a second down for the Rivera Raiders. My stat computer decided to go haywire, so we'll get back on top of that. Second down play for the Raiders on a play action looking to throw. Firing at left-hand side, that's completed. Short gain on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage. On a completed pass to Ugo Ugalde. Short gain, and it's 3rd and long coming up for the Rivera Raiders after the completed pass. Perez, the quarterback, he has some wide receivers to watch tonight. One of those, Elian Hernandez. Hernandez lines up over to the right-hand side, joining a trio of receivers on that right side. 3rd and every bit of 10 to go. Perez drops back, has a ton of time, fires over the middle, caught. First down, out across the 35, 36-yard line as he finds Carlos Cardenas, and the chains will move for the Rivera Raiders. And that all started with protection as the Raiders' offensive line gave Cheeto Perez a ton of time to deliver that ball. And Cardenas was able to find a hole in the defense. What ends up being a 16-yard gain. First down for the Raiders, first possession of the ball game to start the opening frame. High snap to Perez, hands it off, little running room out across the 39 to the 40-yard line. First carry of the night for Ramsey Rocha. And after a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 coming up. Again, the Falcons offense, when they get on the field, they'll be a ball control, try to keep the ball on the ground and take off big chunks of clock. Not saying the Raiders can't do that, but if you start these drives, it's in your best interest to finish them off with points on the board. Perez hands it off, stutter step out across the 40, 41-yard line. Hard hitting that time by the Falcons. First guy in there was Gennaro Alvarez, a 6'2", 210-pound senior. Also assisted on the play, Adal Rodriguez, a 6'1", 200-pounder. On that gain by Rocha. Give him a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 5. Another third down opportunity here for the Rivera Raiders. Clock running with 8:53 and counting in the first quarter. 3 receiver set right side for Cheeto Perez. He's got our single receiver wide out left on this 3rd and 5 play. From his own 42, high snap on an option. Hands it off, bouncing it outside is Ramiro Vega. He's got a first down into Falcon territory, down to the 46-yard line. A conversion on 3rd down, 11-yard gain. And look at the running here by Vega. Good blocking out in front on his first carry of the evening. And the chains will move for the Rivera Raiders. Drive continues. They're now at the Falcon 46. Reminding you, additional broadcasts are going on tonight. We've got a ton of games tomorrow. Get into those as well. First down play for the Raiders. Opening drive continues. Perez runs an option, keeps it, spins forward. Got a couple of yards on second effort. Hangs onto the football as he's wrapped up and shut down. Got it inside the 45. They'll mark him down at the 43. That's good enough for a 3-yard gain for Chito Perez and the Rivera Raiders. 7:46 and counting here in the first quarter. Rivera with the football. They took the opening kickoff and have methodically moved it downfield. Attaining the 43 of the Falcons as they set up 2nd and 7. Perez lines up 3 receivers on the right-hand side on this second down play. Takes his time, play clock down to 1. They just get it off. Slings a pass in the traffic. That's going to be caught. That's a first down. Ramsey Rocha on the catch. And that is a catch in traffic. Rocha knew he was in company. But another first down for the Rivera Raiders, and Chito Perez has hit on his first 3 in the passing game. Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Perez, play clock at 14, much better operation here on the clock, hands it off. Left-hand side, it's Vega, bounces outside, got hit and taken down. Fumbled the football, got back on it. Elian Gonzalez was out there, the 6'2", 180-pound senior, to shut that down. Vega, you'll see him bounce outside, and Gonzalez, not even in your picture yet. Now he fights off the block and gets in there to make the stop. No gain on the carry by Vega. Ball at the 35 of the Falcons. Second down as Rocha brings him up. 2 receivers wide right. A whistle blows. Timeout called. Raiders want to talk. The drive continues. 6:17 to go. Opening drive. Raiders moving the ball after this.
From VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
I'll bring it back here as at Sam Stadium on a Thursday night. We do appreciate you joining us for our broadcast. This game brought to you in part by Hacienda Ford out of Edinburgh, Texas. If you're in the market for a new car or used car, or just need service to your car, at Edinburgh, Texas, Hacienda Ford assisting us in bringing these games and assisting us in broadcasting and being a part of the community, broadcasting our games. Sam Stadium, some of the sponsors at Sam Stadium include IBC Bank in Brownsville, voted the best bank in town. IBC Bank, just one of the scoreboard sponsors here tonight. Second down play for Chito Perez. Rolls out right side, has some time, delivers a deep ball, deep right side. That's up for grabs and tipped, and it is incomplete. Down there defending on the play was Hector Muniz. Intended pass for Elian Hernandez, but Muniz had a better chance to go get that ball than did Hernandez. Stops the clock with 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Raiders facing a 3rd down and 10. And now we'll see if the Falcons bring something, a little different wrinkle on the pass rush coming after Perez on a 3rd and long. Call it 10 from the 35 of the Falcons. 3 receivers right side, single receiver left, single back in the backfield is Vega. Rolling out, looking, Perez pressured, gets away, won't get away for the next guy, and down he goes. Sack on the play by the Falcons is coming in, literally untouched, was Leroy Guerrero, 250-pound senior, and drops him for a loss of 19. And you'll see this. I thought they may bring some pressure. They did from the outside, and then right up the middle. That's Guerrero to finish that play off. Fourth down punting situation for the Rivera Raiders. Meanwhile, Hector Muniz stands back to return this kick on a punt return formation for the Falcons, standing inside his 15. Clock goes under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Good snap, they get the kick away. Takes a short bounce for the Raiders inside the Falcons' 25. And that's where the Falcons will bring the offense onto the field for the first time. Raiders on the opening drive take off 6 minutes off the clock. Come up empty on the scoreboard, and now we'll take a look at this Falcon offense for a first time this evening. I'm interested to see just how much they've developed since last we saw this team. I saw them playing against the Ed Calchelsea Yellow Jackets. First down play. Adrian Longoria, the quarterback, takes a snap on a read, hands it off up the middle. That's going to be shut down for little to no gain. Now we'll start sorting out who the ball carriers are in this game. That was Chris Resendez that time on the carry. Resendez ends up gaining 2. Bringing up second down and 8 for the Falcons. Under center, Longoria. Drops back to throw, penalty flags on the play. He's going to be hit and then taken down. Back inside the 10. We'll check the forward progress, but more importantly, we'll check the flag situation. Because they allowed the snap to happen, it may be against the defense. Raiders indicated against not, but we'll see. So that penalty will be against the Raiders of Brownsville Rivera. Thought they allowed that snap, and therefore this penalty was going to be against the Raiders. And that's the call. Second down, and now 3 yards to go for Longoria. Under center, sends a man in motion, hands the ball up the middle. That's going to be hit at the 30. That's short of first down yardage to the 31. Another carry by Resendez. And thus far on a couple of carries, he's been limited to just 3 yards. Clock running with 4:34 to go here in the first quarter of play. Falcons facing third down and short 3 yards to go. Longoria sets him down, has a receiver out wide left, sends a man in motion left to right, that pitches in that direction. Turning upfield, first down and more, down the sideline to the 45, 47-yard line on a carry that time by Miles McWhirter. That'll be a first down for the Falcons on McWhirter's first catch, or first carry. See the wall of blockers there, and he got past that tackler and he was gone. Ends up being a 16-yard gain for McWhirter. First down play for Longoria. Keeps it on an option, takes it left side. He's going to be hit and wrestled down. First guy on the spot wrapping him up was Anthony Baez, senior linebacker. Once he got his hands on Longoria, he did not let go, waited for the help to come, and drops him after a gain of less than a yard. Second down for the Falcons, 3:32 remaining here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, the Brownsville Rivera Raiders took the opening kickoff, marched it into Falcon territory, came up empty on the scoreboard, punted the ball, and the Falcons have the ball for the first time as their drive continues. Running play left side, that goes for nothing as Resendez is hit. In there for the tackle was Mariano Mendez. And for 3 carries now, Chris Resendez has just 4 yards on the running game for the Falcons. And here's a 3rd and long. This is one of those keys of the game I talked about. Rivera Raiders trying to put this Falcon team into a position of having to throw the ball. Not that they can't, but if given a choice, they'd rather not. A lot of movement up front. This time they blow the play dead. Most likely this will be offsides on the offense. So a 5-yard penalty against the Falcons moves them back. And if it were 3rd and long at 3rd and 9, how about 3rd and 14 for the Falcons? We saw Longoria in the Ed Couch game on my broadcast of that game. They can pass the ball. He does have receivers that can go get it. Lines up Matthew Padilla to his left-hand side. Going to run an option, turns it right side, now pitches. That's a fumble, loose football. Pile up is there, the Falcons recover it, but that's well short of first down yardage. They'll end up gaining 4 on the fumble. But punting time for the Los Fresnos Falcons, and that was a dangerous play there as that ball hit the ground. Clock running with 2:17 to go. Punt formation for the Falcons. They quickly bring in Joe Esquivel, 140-pound senior, listed as a kicker and a punter on the team. Meanwhile, the Raiders send a single man back to return the punt, standing inside his 20. Clock goes under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Good snap for the Falcons. Gets a end-over-end kick away from the return man. Takes a bounce for the Falcons down inside the 10 into the end zone. And so the Raider offense will take over for a second time tonight after the defense gets a stop. Our thanks again to the Brownsville School District for assisting us in a position to broadcast this game. I know last week they were having some difficulties when that cold front came in. Rain standing on the field on Friday night, wind blowing, knocking out power around the area. Ending up having to move a game into a Saturday morning. Everything operational here this evening, and just another letter-perfect spot to broadcast the game. Tito Perez back in the ball game. First down play for the Raiders. Hands it off left-hand side, across the 25-30, down the sideline. Vega gets to the 40-yard line, steps out of bounds there. That's a 21-yard gain for Ramiro Vega. And on this play, watch how fast Vega, once he turns it upfield, he is eating up big chunks of yardage, and that's 20 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. For Vega now, 3 carries, 32 yards. He's averaging 10 yards per carry here in this first quarter. Raiders with 65 yards of offense, 38 coming on the ground, most of that Vega. First down play for Tito Perez. Turns, hands the ball off. This time it's going to be Vega off the right side. Fell forward, ends up gaining 3. And there on the tackle for the Falcons was Alan Torres, the 5'10", 200-pound junior. But a strong 4-yard gain for Ramiro Vega. And just like that, in the snap of a fingers, we're under a minute to go in the first quarter of play. As the two teams battling out here in a scoreless first. Perez lines him up on second down and 6. Ball at his own 44. Wants to throw, swings it in the flats. That's going to be caught. Nice catch that time by Vega. Ends up gaining short yardage on the play. As drifting out there was the defensive lineman, Leroy Guerrero. Called Guerrero's number earlier when he was in on a sack. This time out covering the back and the flats. Completed pass for Perez, who now is 4 of 5 out of the gate. That's Vega's first catch. And 3rd and 5 now for the Rivera Raiders. And they will not have to take a snap as the first quarter comes to an end. Second quarter coming up. Scoreless ball game from Sam Stadium. And the direction of KBSDI TV. I'm Joe Bowling in Sam Stadium for Rio Sports Live. We'll be back. Raiders and Falcons continue after this.
Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Back here, first play of the second quarter. Rivera Raiders on a 3rd and 5. Will run the ball, and they will go nowhere as knifing in there was Gennaro Alvarez, a 6'2", 210-pound senior for the Falcons, to shut that play down and force 4th and 5. Raiders quickly bring the punting team back in the ball game. They'll try to force the Falcons back in their own side of the field. Muniz stands inside his 25, watches it bounce past him, takes a roll inside the 10, tries to field it there, picks it up, gonna get hit inside the 10, gets away from 2 men. Now Muniz on the run, far side of the field. Can he get to the corner? Yes, turns the corner. 30, 35, out to the 40-yard line. Muniz on the return. And that is just a gutsy effort by Muniz on that return. You could see that. He was just literally dribbling the football, picked it up, turned a corner, tried to get to that outside. Once he did, turned it upfield and turned that into a nice return. Falcon offense on the field. Looking to spark some momentum after that punt return by Muniz. Longoria up to the line of scrimmage on a first down play. Sends a man in motion left to right. Hands it off. Running play right-hand side. That's going nowhere. Chris Resendez ran right into Jose Valle. Also down there on the tackle was Mariano Mendez, but no gain on the play for Resendez. And right now they're doing a good job on containing his efforts. 4 carries, 4 yards to show. And now we have a penalty to discuss on the play.
Personal foul, number 10 of the offense. 16-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So that's a personal foul against the Falcons. It happened during the play, so it's still going to be first down. But they'll march the ball back 15 yards and make it 1st and 25. And in my keys of the game, I talked about making it 3rd and long and trying to take this Falcon team and put them into a passing situation. You can do a lot more defensively when you can take a team and turn them one-dimensional. 1st and 25 for Longoria. Under center on a first down play. Pitches it, running right-hand side, trying to give up some ground. This is Miles McWhorter. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line, hemmed in. Down he goes. McWhorter loses a bundle. Raiders were all over that. And that's a 17-yard loss on the carry by Miles McWhorter. And it's 2nd down, and if it were 25, add 17 to that, you're looking at 30-plus yards to go for a first down. Ball just outside the 11. Longoria on 2nd down. Tries to get him to jump off sides. Rivals a pass deep down the right-hand side, overthrows his man, incomplete. There were no penalties on that play. They just missed a chance. Looks like that play will stand. Incomplete pass. Brings up 3rd down and a bunch to go for the Los Fresnos Falcons. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 9:46 left here in the 2nd quarter. For this Falcon team, I don't care who you are, there's not many plays drawn up in the playbook for 3rd and 32. We'll see what the Falcons go with here. Longoria just hands it off, short run by Resendez. And so a penalty and then a big loss. Flips field position now for the Rivera Raiders as the punting team comes back into the game for the Falcons, and the Raiders should get terrific field position on this exchange. As first of all, the Falcon punter stands inside his 5, back at his 1-yard line, meaning the Raider return man is on the Falcon side of the 50 at the start of this play. Good snap, they'll get the kick away. They'll let that bounce. It takes a Falcon roll. Stays in Falcon territory, though, and down to the 46.5. And so here come the Rivera Raider offense onto the field with a golden opportunity to start a drive on the Falcon side of the midfield stripe. Ball down at the 46. Thanks again to the Brownsville School District for providing us the camera operations. I know on one side I see Jessica Orena. I think Moses Garza's on the other side.
Raiders take over at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
First down play for the Raiders. Chito Perez, short field to operate, hands the ball off. Bouncing it outside, now a nice cut back up the middle, inside the 40-yard line, down to the 37 on a carry by Ramiro Vega. He cut on a dime, ends up gaining 5 yards on the play. And 2nd and 5 as the ball is at the 37 of the Los Fresnos Falcons. 8:32 and counting here in the first half of play. A quickly played first quarter. 3.5 minutes into the second. Perez on a 2nd down. Runs an option, fakes the pitch, keeps it, drives forward, got a 1st down to the 32-yard line, maybe the 31. Some dangerous ball handling, if you will, by Perez. Faking that pitch. Ends up gaining enough for a 1st down, 6-yard carry by Perez. And the ball down to the Falcon 32 as we go under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. And it's cold up here. I don't know if the air's on, but it's cold. First down play for Perez. Hands the ball off. This is going to be Vega. Tries the right side, dropped after a short gain. Might have got the 30. On the spot, they'll put him back at the 31, so just a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Yardage-wise, Rivera with 83 yards of offense here in this first half. They've limited Los Fresnos to 9 total yards. 3 receivers left on the 2nd and 9 play for Perez. Single receiver out to the right side. That's the short side of the field. They'll run it on an option, pitch out, and Vega with a nice catch. Turns it upfield, 25-20, down to the 15-yard line. Ramiro Vega with a 1st down. And look at this catch by Vega. One-handed with a left hand to bring that in. Take it down to the 15-yard line. Ramiro Vega with a strong carry. Players shaken up as they attend to that. We'll take a quick break. 7 minutes and 1 second on the clock. Second quarter to the red zone. Raiders operating. Tie game.
Hi, we're the Real Grand City Rattlers. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Real Sports Live.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
One of the Falcons players shaken up there. He walks off under his own power. Hopefully he'll be okay. For the Falcon fans, meanwhile, the Rivera Raiders have a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of the Falcons. A run by Vega off the right side. Takes it inside the 10. Got down to the 7-yard line. That's 9 more yards for Ramiro Vega. And suddenly he is having a terrific first half. 9 carries, 66 yards. And second and short coming up for the Rivera Raiders as the ball sits outside the 8-yard line of the Los Fresnos Falcons. Cheeto Perez and company trying to take advantage of the short field to start this drive on second down. Perez takes it, hands it off, bouncing it outside, and nowhere to go this time for Ramiro Vega. Hangs on to the football, ends up gaining a yard on the play. Marco Moreno there on the stop. And now third down for the Raiders. And if you're the Los Fresnos Falcons, you'd like to hold them to a field goal here at worst on this drive. Wind is at the back of the Raiders. It's not a strong wind, but it is a wind that's blowing those flags behind the goalpost over there. Handoff, it's Vega. Left-hand side, got a first down. End zone, touchdown, Ramiro Vega, and the Raiders are on top. 5:31 to go in the first. Vega, look at this blocking, opening this hole, and he saw that seam and got into the end zone for the first 6 points of the game. Brownsville Rivera on top, 6-0, extra point coming up. Extra point is away and good. 7-0 your score. Kickoff coming up. Falcons get the football. Raiders on top at home. This is Real Sports Live.
The only thing between you and certain doom is a ticking time bomb. The newest thrilling escape game from Trapped RG. Mission Moscow.
Willkommen to Welcome to Hacienda Ford's Trucktoberfest.
Trucktoberfest is the biggest sale of the year on Ford pickup trucks at Hacienda Ford. Now, no matter what options you want, it's at Hacienda Ford. Right now, get a 2019 Ford Ranger for 0% interest for 60 months plus $2,500 bonus cash.
Trucktoberfest means Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Lady Vikings, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here, kickoff at Sam's Stadium, and the Rivera Raiders find themselves on top 7-0. The Fresno's Falcons offense will try to get on track here in this second quarter of play. Thanks again for joining us wherever you may be watching these games. So we've hit another busy string here on Real Sports on our broadcast schedule. Return for Muniz, out across the 10 to the 15, middle of the field, 20, 25, 30, Muniz, 40, may go, 50, got a man to beat, inside the 45, first down on a big return by Muniz for the Falcons. He nearly took that to the house. And watch how fast Muniz scampers upfield here. There's a kicker back there that changed his course. Otherwise, that's 6 points for the Falcons on a kick return. Short field for Cheeto Perez, and check that for the Falcons as Adrian Longoria brings him back out, sets him down. First down play, Longoria sends a man in motion, hands it off up the middle, bouncing to the 40-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. Chris Resendez on another carry. This time he ends up gaining 3. That's his best carry of the evening. 6 carries, now 9 yards. On the ground for Resendez. Under 5 minutes left here in the half. If you're just joining us, the Rivera Raiders, first team to score, the only team to score here in this game. Happened just moments ago. Falcons trying to respond here on this drive. Set up in good shape thanks to a Hector Muniz kick return. pitch out, left-hand side for the Falcons, turning it upfield, driving inside the 40. First carry of the night for Nicholas Valencia. Short of first down yardage, and we'll take a look at the spot.
Number 10, Nicholas Valencia with the carry that brings up third down for the Falcons.
And after marking him down for a 4-yard gain, it brings up third down and a long 4 for the Los Fresnos Falcons, nearing the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Longoria sends a man in motion left to right, draws him off sides, throws the ball down the left sideline. That's incomplete. Stops the clock with 3:57 to go. We'll take a look at this penalty. Again, because they threw the flag, it's most likely going to be against the defense because they allowed the snap to occur.
Offside. Number 89 of the defense. 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
That's enough for a first down for the Los Fresnos Falcons. As they move the ball to the 32-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. .357 left here in the first half. Resendez, a single back in the backfield behind Longoria. Double wing set, 2 receivers, one either side of the field. Man in motion left to right. Play action, throwing the ball over the middle, went wide open, caught, touchdown Falcons. They went to Valencia. 32-yard score. Nicholas Valencia, look at how wide open he was. All he had to do was make sure he reeled it in. And a 32-yard strike brings the Falcons to within 1 with 3:50 left here in this first quarter of play. Or first half, that is. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long, high, and good. All tied up at 7 apiece. Raiders get the football. Again, you can thank Mr. Hector Muniz on that kick return for setting up the Falcons with a short field. They took advantage, all tied up. Kickoff coming up.
Time to worry. We'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Quick break there after the score. Kickoff occurred. Raiders return it to the 30, and you see a penalty flag on the play. So we'll get a call here from the officials.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 42 of the return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
That'll march the Raiders back inside their 20, right at the 20-yard line to start a drive. Cheeto Perez and company have outgained the Los Fresnos Falcons 116-49 in this game. 87 yards on the ground, 29 through the air. Perez 4 of 5 for those 29 yards. And he sets his team down, tied up with 3:44 left here in the first half. On an option, hands it off, running play right-hand side. It's Vega. Takes it out to the 25-yard line. That's a strong 5 yards for Ramiro Vega. That's his 12th carry of the evening. Already 80 yards on the ground for Vega. And 2nd and 5. Coming up for the Falcons, or check that for the Raiders. On 2nd down for Perez. Twin receivers left, twin receivers right. Single back in the backfield is Vega. On this 2nd down play clock down to 10. High snap, hands it off Vega again. Tries the right side, this time shut down. Got just across the 25, enough for a 1-yard gain. As defensively, the Falcons were there to shut that down. Man, I don't think that's wind blowing in here. It feels like air. I hope it's not. Been battling this cold and cough for the better part of 2 weeks now. Last thing I want to do is get chilled out here. Setting in a comfortable press box. Third down play for the Raiders. Perez sends a man in motion left to right. On the read, hands it off. Running play, left-hand side, trying to bounce it outside. Falcons do a nice job, and then a face mask at the end of this is going to give a first down. Rafael Campos on the carry. Would have been short of first down yardage.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 3 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So Campos gets a 3-yard gain and then a 15-yard penalty against the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Brings the ball out across the 42 to the 43-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. And Cheeto Perez and company have a new set of downs. 2 timeouts remaining, 2:13 left here in the first half. Raiders with the ball. On first down, Perez rolls out right side, looking to throw, gets rid of it, hit as he throws, has a man wide open, right side, caught! 20-15, 10-5, touchdown Raiders. That's Hugo Lagalde. Going over the top. 58 yards on the score. Perfectly delivered ball by Perez. And a big play strike by the Rivera Raiders. Comes with 1:54 left here in the first half. Extra point coming up for the Rivera Raiders. Ball down, kick up, long high, and good. 14-7, back and forth we go. Raiders back on top. Falcons get the football with a kickoff after this.
Extra point is good. With 1:54 left in the second quarter.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Hi, we're Robert Live.
I'm going to bring it back here at Sam's Stadium. Our thanks again for the fans tuning in. If you're watching this game on our social media, please share the link if you're watching on our Facebook side, just to let other fans know that this game is going on. Those on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. Roku television, we've got our game on Roku tonight, as well as we're starting to unroll more and more opportunities with Rio Sports Live through our Roku channel. Have some more details on that in the very near future. Kickoff by the Raiders, who are back on top here, 14-7. This time they'll kick it to the right side. Returned out across the middle of the field for the Falcons, out across the 30. Look out to the 40, 45, 50. Foot race down the sideline. Falcons on the run, going to take it to the house. Touchdown, 92 yards, Nicholas Valencia. Hold on, there's a penalty thrown back at the 35. This may be coming back. Right about there is where the penalty flag was thrown. And that's going to be a hold against the Los Fresnos Falcons. And it negates a kick return for a touchdown. And now they'll march the penalty yards against the Falcons. Muniz nearly took one coast to coast on a kick return. Valencia did find the end zone, but a hold during the return moves the ball back for the Falcons to their own 26 to start this drive.
6-yard line.
Second quarter with 1:39 left. Pitch out right side. Turning the corners, McWhorter. Got across the 30. That's a 3-yard gain. And the whistle quickly blows. Looks like the Rivera Raiders may have taken a timeout on that short gain by McWhorter. It may have simply been for his helmet coming off. They spot the ball down. Clock isn't running yet as it's at the 30-yard line of the Falcons. Now they'll crank it up. Clock running. On second down for the Falcons, they do have 3 timeouts remaining on the Los Fresnos side. Longoria under center on second down. Hands it off. Now keeps it himself. Pressured. Turns. Hit. Looking. Gets rid of the football downfield. Threw it out of bounds. There's a penalty on the play. There's going to be an illegal man downfield.
Running on the play, number 32.
Longoria just doing what he could to prevent a sack. But as that was not a design pass play, those linemen had already released and were well beyond the line of scrimmage downfield. So we'll get the call, but that's going to be an ineligible player downfield against the Falcons. And now they're going to see what the call is.
There is no foul for illegal man downfield. Why? The quarterback was outside of the pocket and legally ground the ball. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 21 of the offense, passes distance to the goal. That is number 21, first unsportsmanlike conduct towards a possible disqualification.
That is a big call against the Los Fresnos Falcons. They waved off the ineligible player downfield, the receiver downfield, as a result of quarterback Adrian Longoria getting to the outside of the pocket and delivering a ball downfield incomplete. However, after the play, a personal foul was called, and with 1:06 left here in the half, Los Fresnos now faces third down and 21 yards to go. Remember, the Raiders have 2 timeouts remaining if they want to stop the clock after this play. Pitch out right-hand side for the Falcons. That is shut down. And a loss on the play back inside the 15 as that defense is swarming everywhere. Right now, they're not looking to stop the clock on the Rivera side, and now they will blow the whistle as the Rivera Raiders burn their second timeout of the first half. They'll get the ball back after this punt.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Back here at Sam Stadium, reminding you one of the sponsors at Sam Stadium is Cane's Chicken. They give out the coupons when you come here to a game. Anytime you're here, make sure you get one of those, whether you're rooting for the home team or not. If the home team wins, you can take that coupon into Cane's Chicken here in Brownsville and get a buy one, get one free meal. I've used that before. Again, not rooting, but always rooting for a free meal when you're in the broadcast industry. I can assure you of that. Punting time for the Falcons. Good snap. They'll get the kick away. A low end-over-end kick. Takes a bounce. They'll let it roll inside Raider territory. It'll die at the 49. And now with 34 seconds left here in the first half, that'll bring Cheeto Perez and this offense back on the field. for the Rivera Raiders. Raiders have outgained the Falcons to the tune of 183 to 53 in total yards. And it's been an even mix. 96 yards on the ground for the Raiders, 87 through the air. They lead by 7. Looking ahead to the second half, it will be Falcon ball to start the third quarter. See how aggressive Perez and company get here on this first down play. Deep drop, has time, gets rid of the ball down the left-hand side. That's going to be in traffic, incomplete. Here comes a penalty flag. Muniz down there in coverage. Elian Hernandez, the intended receiver. Now we'll sort out the penalty here.
This was intended for number 82, Elian Hernandez.
Stops the clock with 26 seconds to go in the half. And the call here is whether it's a hold or a pass interference. It's a big difference on how they march this ball off.
Pass interference. Number 4 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from previous spot. Automatic first down.
So that's an interference call, which is a 15-yard penalty. And so field position assisting the Rivera Raiders. Had it been a hold, it would have been a 5-yard penalty. Still a first down. But field position right now is the critical piece of the puzzle on this possession for the Rivera Raiders with just 26 seconds left in the half and 1 timeout remaining. Perez lines up, overloads the right side with 3 receivers. Keeps Vega back in the backfield for protection on a first down play. Straight drop back, and before the pass, whistles blow, a penalty called.
Before the play, ball start. Number 3 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
One of the receivers left a little early over on that right side against the Rivera Raiders. Stops the clock with 24 seconds left in the half. Still first down, but now 15 yards to go from the 41 of the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Wind has all but died down. It was blowing the flags back on that north end zone, which is at the back of the Rivera Raiders. So right now, no wind in the play whatsoever. Perez rolls right side. Throws the ball in traffic. It's caught at the 40. Catching the ball, Ramsey Rocha. He is quickly brought down. And with 17 seconds left, the Rivera Raiders will have to burn their final timeout here in the first half. And Perez has been effective, to say the least, in the passing game here in the first half for the Rivera Raiders. 6 of 7, 89 yards and a touchdown strike. In this case, you call it doing just enough. This Raider offense. Now on second down, at high school level, you do have the luxury, if you have the football, of having the clock stop while they move the chains should you get a first down. So a couple of plays left here for Perez, despite the fact they burned their final timeout. As they discuss on the sideline what the play call will be here. It's 2nd and 13. You're going to have to get it inside the 32 to get a first down comfortably against the Los Fresnos Falcons. Cheeto Perez lines up in a shotgun. This time sends 3 receivers on his left-hand side. Rolls that way, hands it off up the middle, and that goes for not much, maybe 2 yards. Tried to catch him sleeping as Vega on the carry. Now a hurry-up offense for the Raiders. They get the snap away. Final play of the first half. Perez being pressured, getting hit, and down he goes. First half comes to an end. Falcons on a sack, and that's the way the first half comes to an end. Rivera Raiders lead in this one by the score of 14-7. We'll take a break, halftime. I'll run down some first half highlights. We'll also have the marching bands on the field when we return from Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. I'm Joe Bowling on a Thursday night. Thanks for watching.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports.
Real Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Falcon marching band on the field. We'll take a listen to this performance.
Junior 3-year member Caro Martinez. Co-captain, senior 4-year member Ana Barrera. First lieutenant, junior 3-year member Evelyn Moctezuma. Second lieutenant, senior 3-year member Maya Perez. Third lieutenant, junior 3-year member Debony Silva. Fourth lieutenant, junior 3-year member Ashlyn Hinojosa. Miss Inspiration, senior 2-year member Kayla Gutierrez. Miss Athletic, junior 3-year member Adamari Guevara. And Miss Socialite, junior 3-year member Yannick Peña. Star of the Week, senior 1st-year member Karen Zambrano. Officer of the Week, junior 1st Lieutenant Evelyn Moctezuma. Tonight, the Stars Dance team will dazzle you with a kid routine to a selection made famous by Bon Jovi. This is Bad Medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present the 29th edition of the Mighty Falcon Band. The band is under the field leadership of drum majors Michael Rodriguez, Alan Camaro, and Alex Ortiz. Tonight, the band will perform its contest show entitled The Opera to End All Operas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Opera House.
Once again, the Los Fresnos marching band on the field at halftime. 14-7 your score. Raiders lead. Continue with the performance.
band exits the field to the Los Fresnos High School fight song. Directors for the band are Andrew Solis, Ana Gonzalez, Jorge Rangel.
And that's the Los Fresnos Falcons marching band. Our score, 14-7. The Rivera Raiders with the lead. Let's take a look at the first half highlights and how we got to that score of 14-7. First half highlights brought to you in part by Hacienda Ford out of Edinburgh, Texas. Receiver wide out left on this 3rd and 5 play from his own 42. High snap on an option, hands it off, bouncing it outside is Ramiro Vega. He's got a first down into Falcon territory, down to the 46-yard line. A conversion on 3rd down, 11-yard gain. Coming after Perez on a 3rd and long. Call it 10 from the 35 of the Falcons. 3 receivers right side, single receiver left, single back in the backfield is Vega. Rolling out. Looking, Perez pressured, gets away, won't get away for the next guy, and down he goes. Sets him down, has a receiver out wide left, sends a man in motion left to right, and that pitches in that direction. Turning upfield, first down and more, down the sideline to the 45, 47-yard line. On a carry that time by Miles McWhirter. Letter perfect spot to broadcast the game. Cheeto Perez back in the ball game. First down play for the Raiders, hands it off, left-hand side, across the 25-30, down the sideline, Vega. Gets to the 40-yard line, steps out of bounds there. That's a 21-yard gain for Ramiro Vega. Feel it there, picks it up. Going to get hit inside the 10. Gets away from 2 men. Now Muniz on the run. Far side of the field. Can he get to the corner? Yes, turns the corner. 30, 35, out to the 40-yard line. Muniz on the return for Longoria. Under center on a first down play. Pitches it. Running right-hand side. Trying to give up some ground. This is Miles McWhirter. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line, hemmed in. Down he goes. McWhirter loses a bundle for Perez. Single receiver out to the right side. That's the short side of the field. They'll run it on an option, pitch out, and Vega with a nice catch. Turns it upfield, 25-20, down to the 15-yard line. Ramiro Vega with a first down. It's not a strong wind, but it is a wind that's blowing those flags behind the goalpost over there. Handoff, it's Vega. Left-hand side, got a first down. End zone, touchdown, Ramiro Vega, and the Raiders are on top. 5:31 to go in the first. Here on Rio Sports on our broadcast schedule. Return for Muniz, out across the 10 to the 15, middle of the field, 20, 25-30, Muniz, 40, may go, 50, got a man to beat, inside the 45, first down on a big return by Muniz. The field, man in motion left to right. Play action, throwing the ball over the middle, went wide open, caught, touchdown Falcons. They went to Valencia. 32-yard score. On first down, Perez rolls out right side, looking to throw, gets rid of it, hit as he throws, has a man wide open, right side, caught. 20-15, 10-5, touchdown Raiders. That's Hugo Ugalde. Go. Remember, the Raiders have 2 timeouts remaining if they want to stop the clock after this play. Pitch out right-hand side for the Falcons. That is shut down. And a loss on the play back inside the 15 as that defense is swarming everywhere. As he's got our single receiver wide out left. And there again is your halftime highlights. 14-7 the score. Right now the Rivera marching band on the field. We'll take a look at this.
It's not every day an entire class is a section of the week. Their name may be by school, but pretty soon they'll be running the show. The Raider Band section of the week is the entire sophomore class. And now, join us as the Raider Band presents the story of a ballet dancer struggling to realize her dream to dance throughout the show until she rises above her struggles and rediscovers her love of dance. The Raider Band's 2019 marching show. This is Releve.
And the performance of the Rivera Marching Band on Sam Stadium on a Thursday night. Rivera Raiders lead 14-7 over Los Fresnos Falcons. Statistics and more coming up at halftime. This is Real Sports Live. And help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Back here at Sam Stadium on a Thursday night as we are getting closer to the second half kickoff. Both teams have made their way to the sidelines, and the Rivera Raiders are the first team to take the field on their home turf here, leading 14-7. Statistically wise, the Raiders outgained the Falcons 185 in total offense to just 53. 96 yards on the ground, 89 yards through the air. Ramiro Vega, the leading ball carrier, 13 carries for 81 yards in the first half. Meanwhile, Cheeto Perez, quarterback, was 6 of 7 for 89 yards. His big strike to Hugo Igalde for a 58-yard touchdown that currently has his team up by the score of 14-7. The Falcons were limited to just 53 yards of offense. Their running attack was held in check to 21 yards. Their big strike was an Adrian Longoria pass play to Nicholas Valencia that went for 32 yards, their only completed pass of the game, and it scored 6 points for the Falcons. Falcons will get the ball to start the second half. And there were factors in that first half that certainly did not play into the hands of the Los Fresnos Falcons, and that they were finding themselves in a first and 25 situation a couple of times, thanks to some personal fouls, some big losses on early downs, first or second down, led to some second and third and better than 20 yards to go, and their offense isn't designed to overcome those type of down and distances on a regular basis. In that pass play, it was right in their wheelhouse. It was on a second down, about 6 yards to go when they completed that pass. Kickoff, second half is underway, and it bounds out of bounds, and so a penalty flag thrown. And that's the way the third quarter begins. Before the Falcon offense steps on the field, they'll get extra yardage tacked onto this and get to start a drive out at the 30-yard line. Chris Resendez, just 6 carries, 9 yards in the first half. He was held in check. Adrian Longoria, 3 carries for 5 yards. Falcons are going to go for field position, and they're going to make the Rivera Raiders re-kick this. You take a look at the offense gained, which was limited for the Falcons, just 53 yards. However, the bright spot was 2 kick returns. One by Hector Muniz, which was for better than 40 yards. And the other was by Nicholas Valencia, which went 95 yards, but it was called back because of a hold. So the Falcons certainly like their chances on returning kicks via playing the simple field position of the extra 5 yards after the ball was kicked out of bounds. So knowing that, we'll see how the Raiders of Rivera tee it up here. A lot of times the coach will counter by just dribbling a ball up the middle of the field with a short kick. In this case, that's what they'll do. They'll roll it inside the 40-yard line. Falcons will pounce on it there. And that's where Los Fresnos will start the drive at their own 38. So they gain a few extra yards after the re-kick. And here comes the Los Fresnos offense on the field. Adrian Longoria. We'll see what adjustments they made during the halftime break. Trying to solve what the Raiders are doing defensively. Falcons come in 1-0 in district play. They knocked off Harlingen South last week. This Raider team 0-1. They fell to Hannah. And on first down play, Longoria pitches out. Right-hand side, this is McWhorter. Has some room, crosses the 50-yard line. Ends up gaining 14 yards on a first down carry. McWhorter's been a bright spot for the Falcons tonight. He has carries of 16 yards and now 14. But in the middle of that is a negative 17-yard run when he tried to give up a lot of ground to create something on a play that was going nowhere. So now on 4 carries, he has 16 yards. That's leading the team in rushing thus far in the game. Pitch back, here comes Valencia, running left-hand side. He's got some room. Turns a corner, takes on a tackler, got inside the 40-yard line. That's 12 yards for Nicholas Valencia. Back-to-back carries for the Falcons of Los Fresnos, and right now the offense is moving the ball better than they did any time during the first half on back-to-back plays. Ball already at the 40-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. We're just underway to start the second half. Possessions were limited in the first half between these two teams. Turnover-free football thus far. Pitch back, right-hand side. This is going to be McWhorter again. This time he gets hit. Got across that 40, though, down to the 37.5-yard line. On a carry by Miles McWhorter. And second down coming up. We had some birthday cake here earlier today. That's our anniversary cake, whatever you want to call it. Celebrating 2 years of Rio Sports Live and over 12 million on the minutes viewed on our social platforms of YouTube and Facebook. Running play, left-hand side, this is Resendez. He's got some room up the middle. Resendez inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. His best carry of the night as he goes for 19. And suddenly this Los Fresnos offense is clicking to start the second half. Another first down for Longoria. Clock running at 10:28 to go in the third quarter. Now the Falcons utilizing that play clock, letting it run down to 10. Longoria now under center. Hands the ball off. This play goes nowhere as the Raiders are there to shut that down. They went back to Resendez. This time he will not get back to the line of scrimmage, loses a yard. And here's those second and longs, third and long situations, which the Falcons want to stay away from. As it's now second down, call it 12. Longoria under center. Tries to draw him off sides, wants to throw, does. Right-hand side, he overthrows his man, but now the penalty flag's in. And this should be an offsides against the Raiders. I did see a flag thrown, I know I did. nothing doing. I guess they pulled that back. So third down and long coming up for the Los Fresnos Falcons. That wasn't an offside. They missed a good chance on that one. Third and long for Longoria. Two receivers, left-hand side, man in motion right to left. Handoff, this is Resendez, takes it up the middle, stays on his feet, drives forward, down to a near first down yardage. Football comes out of there, but that's after the play, and that's a first down on terrific second effort by Chris Resendez on that carry. Like Resendez was definitely shut down on that carry. He now has 40 yards on the ground on 9 carries, most of that coming on this drive here. First down play again for the Falcons. Here's Resendez. Now let's check that. That's McWhorter spinning forward. Football knocked out of there, but it goes out of bounds. Now we'll check the spot. McWhorter will get a nice spot on a 5-yard gain as the ball caromed out of bounds. McWhorter now on 6 carries, has 24 yards. Falcon offense now over the century mark at 118. 86 of that on the ground, most of that coming on this first drive of the second half. Longoria sends a man in motion, hands it off. Resendez bounces it outside left side. Got near the 5, thrown backwards. We'll check the forward progress. They'll mark him down further back out about the 8-yard line. So that brings up another third down and call it every bit of 3, probably closer to 4 yards to go for the Falcons. They'll have to get it near the 9-yard line to get a first down. Longoria on third down. Pitches it out. This is Valencia. He drives forward. Got near the 3. That's enough for a first down. And the offensive line is just pinning their ears back and taking it to the Rivera Raiders on this opening drive of the third quarter. First and goal now for Los Fresnos. And this is how they want to operate this offense from start to finish in a ball game. Longoria on first and goal. Hands it off, right side Resendez, in zone in the blink of an eye. Touchdown Falcons. Impressive drive that time for the Los Fresnos Falcons. And it didn't take long for Resendez to get in the end zone. .818 left in the third quarter. Extra point coming up for the Falcons. Trying to tie this game up. Good snap, ball down, kick is away, long, high, and good. 14-14, Falcons score to start the second half. Raiders get the football when we return at Sam Stadium. In the conjunction of KBS EI TV, I'm Joe Bowling with Real Sports Live. Back at the kickoff after this. Falcons ready to kick the ball off, and away we go. Deep kick, Raiders to return it from their 15-yard line in a hurry to the 20, out to the 25-yard line, and that's where that'll shut down. Out across to the 27. And here comes the Rivera Raider offense, which again was effectively run in the first half by Cheeto Perez. Quietly went 6 of 7 for 89 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, on the ground, they're averaging better than 5 yards a carry as a team as they step on the field. All tied up at 14 apiece here in the third quarter. First time they've had the offense. on the field in the second half. Running play, left-hand side across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. Quick carry that time for Ramiro Vega. Before Vega's brought down, he'll get 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. For Vega now, 14 carries, 87 yards in the game. He's had big runs of 11, 15, and 21 yards in this game. Got 6 on first down. 2nd down coming up for Tito Perez. Short side of the field's a 3-receiver set. On a read, hands it off. Bouncing it outside Vega, turns it upfield, across the 40, 45-yard line. Vega across the 50, into Falcon territory, first down. 23 yards on the gain for Vega. That takes him over 100 yards in the rushing department. Reminding you again, one of the scoreboard sponsors here at Sam Stadium is Cane's Chicken. Always make sure you get your ticket when you get here. If the home team wins, if you have your ticket, it's a buy one, get one free on one of their meals. First down play for Tito Perez. Perez takes a high snap, hands it off. This time that goes nowhere as the Falcons are there. They went back to Vega. Vega will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Multiple players there wearing the white uniforms. Gennaro Alvarez, the 6'2", 210-pound senior, was leading the charge. Right behind him was Adal Rodriguez, the 6'1", 200-pounder, also a senior. Loss of a half yard for Vega. Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Raiders just on the Falcons side of the 50. Call it the 48. Perez on 2nd and long. Rolls out to throw. Pressure. Hit. Down he goes on a sack. Perez dropped back at the 40-yard line. And again, the first guy back there, Leroy Guerrero, the 5'9", 250-pound senior. And now 3rd down and a bunch to go for the Rivera Raiders. And if you were scripting this at the halftime break for the Los Fresnos Falcons, it's went right true to form. A sustained drive, points on the board by the offense, and now a defensive stop. They can hold it here on 3rd down. Perez rolls out, buys some time, turns it upfield, wrapped up, dragged out of bounds. Over on the Falcons sideline, well short of first down yardage. End up gaining 8, needed 22. And so punt situation for the Rivera Raiders as the clock stops with 5:54 left here in the third quarter. And the Los Fresnos Falcons will now get the football in their hands with a chance to take the lead for the first time in the night. They trailed 7-0, trailed 14-7. And here we are at 14 apiece in the third quarter. Low snap, they'll get the kick away. Takes a bounce for the Raiders inside the 10. There's a penalty flag on the play as it rolls in the end zone. 2 Raider players were trying to get to that football, and it looked like they were held by one of the Falcons. We'll wait for the call. If it is a hold, that was taking place around the 15, meaning that the Falcons may have to start a drive here inside their 10 with 5:45 left here in the third.
Holding during the return. Holding. Number 12 of the return team. 10-yard penalty. Half the distance from the spot of the foul.
So they'll mark it down at the 7-yard line of the Los Fresnos Falcons. Now, on the good news side for Falcon fans, if their offense has figured out, which the first drive showed signs that they had, you can certainly mount a sustained drive here, take a ton of time off the clock, and start to impose your will on the defense of the Rivera Raiders. Adrian Longoria This is where you have to be uber careful with the football on the Falcon side. You don't dare want to put it on the turf here and turn it over. Longoria sets him down on first down from his own 7. Hands it off up the middle. Resendez bounces it outside, got across the 10 to the 15. Resendez on his feet, out to the 20, 22, 23, 24-yard line. First down. Chris Resendez, another strong carry, call it a 14-yard gain. And that buys some breathing room for the Falcons. Clock running. They stop it while they mark the chains down, but now it's running with 5.5 minutes left here in the third. Resendez now on 11 carries with 57 yards. 40 plus of that coming on the last 4 carries alone. Pitch out left side. This is Valencia. Valencia's got some room. Takes on a tackler. Strides out across the 30-yard line. Ends up gaining 7 on the play. Call it 6 as he's marked out. Just outside that 30. For Valencia, 4 carries, 27 yards. Falcons started this drive inside their 10. They're already outside their own 30. On 2nd and 4. This is exactly where they want to be on these 2nd and shorts with this offense. Longoria appears to be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Play clock's down to 5. They're going to have to burn a timeout or take a penalty. He gets under center for that snap. Timeout call by the Falcons. Their first of the second half. We'll be right back.
Hi, we're the Lady Wildcats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Falcons had to burn a timeout there as they were inside 5 seconds on the play clock before that snap. 2nd down and just under 5 yards to go for the Falcons. Difference there would have been 2nd and 9 versus this 2nd and 4.5. Longoria takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Football comes loose on the play. Looks like the Raiders may have got it, and they do. Turnover, first of the game. It happens out across the 30-yard line, and the Rivera Raiders bring the offense out with a short field to operate with. Ball clearly came out, and the Raiders there to pounce on it. And now a golden chance for them to retake the lead and stay on top in a position of keeping the Falcons chasing them here on the road for the Falcons. First down play for Cheeto Perez. Hands it off, running play right side, out across the 30, inside the 30 to the 29-yard line goes Ramiro Vega. On that carry, brought down after about a 4.5-yard gain, call it 5. 2nd down for the Raiders. Under 4 minutes left here in this third quarter. First turnover of the game comes here in the third quarter. Falcons defense back on the field. Rivera offense trying to take advantage. Perez on 2nd down. Rolls out, gonna keep it up the middle, got a lot of room. Perez on the run, inside the 10-5, touchdown, Cheeto Perez. Raiders back on top. Perez on the keeper, read that beautifully, and then outran the secondary easily in the end zone. Raiders back on top at 20-14, extra point coming up. Short field to work with. Raiders took advantage of that in the first half. And do so here, capitalizing on the turnover. Extra point is away and good. 3:33 left here in this third quarter. Kickoff. Falcons get the football back after this.
Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Willkommen to Welcome to Hacienda Ford's Trucktoberfest.
Trucktoberfest is the biggest sale of the year on new trucks and SUVs at Hacienda Ford. Now, no matter what options you want, it's at Hacienda Ford. Right now, get a 2019 Ford Expedition for 0% interest for 72 months plus $2,000 bonus cash.
Trucktoberfest means Hacienda has it.
Back here at Sam Stadium, and the Rivera Raiders continue to apply the pressure to the Los Fresnos Falcons. They lead for a third time in this game, now up 21-14. Short kickoff, bounce forward. The Falcons will fall on that across the 31-yard line. Cody Taylor, a 6-foot sophomore, got his hands on the ball and dropped to the turf. And so the Falcon offense will make their way back on the field. Now in their defense, they were moving the ball at will against the Raiders before that turnover on that last drive. It happened right about here. Ball at the 32 of the Falcons. Longoria brings him up. 3:31 left here in the third. On first down, Longoria pitches it out. Right side, this is McWhorter. Short side of the field, gets drilled out of bounds. Big hit that time as McWhorter goes down. Ends up gaining 4. Felt the last yard of that as he got stuck right there in front of the Raider sideline. Watch the hit at the end of this play, right there. Second down play coming up for McWhorter. 7 carries, 28 yards on the ground. Falcons now with 117 yards on the rushing game, 149 of total offense. Right side run this time. That's close to first down yardage. Quick carry by Resendez. Chris Resendez got him within a yard of a first down. And again, the way this offense runs, that's okay. 3rd and 1, 2, or 3. Coaches that run this offense will take that all day long. It means you're running the clock. It means you got an achievable first down. And you keep that defense on the field, wearing on them till you get them in the fourth quarter. This time, Raiders shut it down on a carry by Resendez. That's a loss of 2. And 4th down now, and 3 coming up for the Falcons. Decision time for Coach Brown right now. Appears to be leaving the offense on the field. You're on the road. You're 1-0 in district play. Minute 40 left here in the third quarter. Critical 4th down play for the Falcons. For the snap, timeout called. Raiders want to talk it over. Make sure defensively they don't jump off sides. That was the intention. It appeared before that snap. We'll find out if indeed the Falcons will go for it or not right after this.
Time to worry. We'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Tex in Arlington.
Fourth down for the Los Fresnos Falcons. We'll take a look here. If the Falcons will indeed go for it, down by 7. And they will. Pitch it out left side. This is going to be Valencia. He's got a first down as he takes it across the 42. Gutsy call that time, and a good strong carry by Valencia. And the drive will continue for the Falcons of Los Fresnos. Inside their own 40-yard line, they went for it. The Falcons convert. First down play for Longoria. Going to keep it. Pitch it right side at the last second. This is McWhorter. Penalty flag on the play. Another penalty thrown as the McWhorter takes it inside the 50. Now we'll take a look at the call. My phone charger's sending my phone in some wacky stuff here as I'm trying to keep track of what's happening. Penalty called against the Falcons. Want to remind you again, this game brought to you in part by Hacienda Ford, assisting us greatly in our broadcast, and proud to be a part of the community, promoting the high school athletes. If you're in the market for a new car, a used car, or service to your car in Edinburgh, Texas, Hacienda Ford, one of our title sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. Minute 17 left here in the third quarter. Pitch out. This is Valencia. Got a block. Takes it across the 40. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Thrown out of bounds at about the 42. Valencia thrown out of bounds. A rough tackle at the end of that play. And that was close to a 15-yard penalty against the Rivera Raiders. Stops the clock with 1:07 to go here in the third quarter. We brought our birthday cake, or anniversary cake, if you will, 2 years and counting for Rio Sports Live. Here at Sam Stadium tonight in Brownsville. 2 years ago on the 17th of October. Got this train running. There's a running play that goes nowhere for Miles McWhorter. Drop back outside the 41-yard line of the Falcons, and now here's a 3rd and long coming up for Los Fresnos. This is where they struggled in the first half on these 3rd and longs. Longoria changing to play at the line of scrimmage. 9 seconds on the play clock. Gets back under center with 5, now down to 3. 2, takes a snap just in time. On a read, pitches it out. This is Valencia trying to bounce it outside. Does turn the corner upfield, upended, over-ended. First down on a carry by Valencia. Head over heels into Raider territory. Watch the end of this run by Nicholas Valencia. Didn't know he had time on the sideline, and then up and over, somersaulted, landed, first down. Great carry by Valencia. That was 3rd and 10. He got 12. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. That's on the highlight reel, my friends, for certain, which you'll be watching a little bit later on. Our game brought to you in part again by Hacienda Ford in Edinburgh, Texas. Fourth quarter coming up.
New Year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Back here at Sam's Stadium on a Thursday night in Brownsville, Texas. Always get to do the video side of things on these Thursday night games. So fans, I hope you're enjoying watching these games and monitoring on our YouTube channel. I want to get to that in a moment. Running play, right side. Hard hitting are the Raiders, and that's shut down. Resendez with second and third effort tried to get back and gain some yards out of that play. And I was watching that on our YouTube channel. It is very realistic that either tonight or certainly tomorrow we'll achieve our 1 millionth view on YouTube alone on Rio Sports Live. I'm told by various people you might get some notification on that. We'll wait and see. Either way, we know the number's there. Running play this time. This is Longoria keeping it on his own. Ball comes out of there as the Raiders' Estevan Cruz wanted to take that off and running. They'll blow that play dead. Meanwhile, the player was shaken up on the Raiders side, one of those defensive linemen. So while they attend to him, we'll take a quick break. Reminding you again, Real Sports Live entering our third year. Great assistance by each of these schools that are assisting us and allowing us to broadcast the game. Our thanks to Los Fresnos. Our special thanks to Brownsville, BISD, their television production crew assisting us in broadcasting this game here at Sam's Stadium. We'll have an additional game coming your way tomorrow here. Was running down our schedule. So we just keep churning up the games. Tonight we're here at Brownsville. We're also at PSJA Stadium and in La Jolla for the PSJA Memorial Palmview game. Tomorrow night, Pioneer at Sherryland, Hanna at Harlingen, Lopez at Pace, Mission at PSJA North, Raymondville at Rio Hondo, and then volleyball action, live video on the volleyball. District title on the line between San Perlita and San Isidro. That's an early start, 6 o'clock on the tip-off. Third down play for the Falcons. Running play right side. They'll surge forward and get enough for a first down. Resendez on the carry. Chris Resendez now in the game. 15 carries, 68 yards. Running play this time, Valencia upended again. He got down to that 35-yard line. Because Valencia logging in some air miles here tonight. Showing the ability not just to elevate and get up. It's the ability to get up and walk back to the huddle after the play concludes. After that first one, I'd have been down. After that play, I'd have been down. Under 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. Fourth quarter action from Sam Stadium. Pitch out, right side, McWhorter turns it upfield, got a first down, drags a man down to the 25-yard line, and the Falcons move the chains again. Miles McWhorter on another carry. Got 12 on 9 carries. He's got 37 yards. Falcons have now outgained the Rivera Raiders on the ground here tonight, 169 to 154. A lot of that coming here in the second half as they have dialed it in. Trailing by 7, though, are the Falcons. Ball at the 25 of the Raiders. Longoria under center on first down. Hands it off, first man through, hit, stacked up, drives forward though. Behind a push from lineman Bo Alanis. Alanis, a 6'1", 285-pound junior, was able to assist Chris Resendez on that carry. Bought him a couple yards on a play that looked like was going to gain nothing. 2nd and 7. We're under 9 minutes to go in this game. Longoria draws him off sides, gets a free play, rifles it downfield, overthrows everybody. Incomplete pass, but now we'll sort out the penalty. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the defense. I want to remind you, fans, we've also got volleyball coverage on Saturday and football coverage for the game back here, Rio Grande City at Porter. I'll be back here for that call on Saturday night. And then basketball action coming your way on Sunday. The RGV Coaches Basketball Association preseason tournament. We did that last year, and we were able to get a look at a lot of the teams right before the season starts. Running play, Valencia. Left-hand side, they string him out. He turns it upfield, gets hit hard. So he got inside the 20 down to about the 18. That's about a yard short of a first down. I'll say this for Nicholas Valencia. His last 3 carries go for 12, 3, and 3. And on all 3 of those, he takes arguably some of the biggest hits of this game. Marked out at the 18. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Falcons. Longoria, his team in the red zone. Hands it off. Resendez this time is hit and thrown down. Right there on the spot was Bryant Ponce. And he literally met and finished off the Resendez run in one motion. 4th down for the Falcons now. Decision time for Coach Brown. It's 4th and 3 from your opponent's 18. They get it to the 15, it's a first down. 7:33 to go in the ball game. Handoff up to the keeper this time. Nice read by Longoria. Got a first down. Takes it inside the 15. That's enough for a first down. Chains will move on a nice read by Longoria. That started with a ball fake as he feigned the handoff to Resendez, kept it on his own. And now a first down play for the Falcons now as the ball's inside the 15 of the Rivera Raiders. And they'll hand it off left side. Room down inside the 10, all the way down to the 6-yard line. Resendez, another strong carry. 2nd down. Falcons can still get a first down without getting the end zone. Handed off again, left side, down inside that 5, down to about the 3.5. That's enough for a first down and a goal situation. Clock running once they spot the ball. 6:39 and counting here in the 4th. Falcons have never led. They trailed 7-0. We were tied at 7. They trailed 14-7. We were tied at 14. They trailed 21-14. Knocking on the door here on 1st and goal. Longoria sets him down. Hands it off. No, pitches it out. Right side. This is McWhorter. Takes it. End zone. Touchdown, McWhorter. Falcons on the board. 6:13 left in the game. A point away from tying it again. Again, the read and the ball fake by Longoria led to that McWhorter score. And an extra point away from tying this one up are the Los Fresnos Falcons. Falcons going for 2, trying to take the lead. Trying to draw them off sides. Here comes a penalty flag. And they're going to call a false start against the Los Fresnos Falcons. Longoria appeared to have drawn them off sides, but no snap occurred. No contact either, so the Raiders were able to get back. And so a 5-yard penalty. Falcons will bring the kick team in, trying to kick the extra point now. With 6:13 left in the game. From the 15-yard line, he extended an extra point. Kick is away, plenty of leg, and that is no good, off to the side. 6:13 left, Raiders on top by 1. They'll get the football after this.
To your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Bring it back here as on our screen we see with 6:13 left in this ball game. Los Fresnos Falcons trailing by 1. Teeing it up at the 40-yard line. Will they go for the kickoff, an onside kick? I think it's panic time by any stretch for this Falcon team. Deep kick, Raiders to return it from the 10. Out across the 15 to the 20. Held in check there, gives up a yard. And so the Brownsville Rivera Raiders now in protection mode. They lead by 1 and have the ball at their 19-yard line to start a drive. They've outgained the Falcons 243 to 228. 154 of that on the ground, 89 through the air. Have shown the ability to have sustained drives. One here would be big. Perez hands it off. Nowhere to go. Ramiro Vegas dropped in his tracks. Again, nowhere near time for the Raiders to look at this as if we can just sit on the football. They're going to have to get a couple of first downs. And all you really want to do is take enough time off the clock that if you don't score, when you do hand the ball to the Falcons, their offense doesn't have time to go on one of those long controlled drives. They have to throw the ball. Running play, this is Perez. Cheeto Perez gets near first down yardage. We'll check the spot as he's appears to be a yard short. Bigger question is Perez okay? He's shaken up on the play, and they'll attend to him. It is short of first down. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Rivera Raiders after this.
In Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
Ramsey Rocha checks in the game after the injury to Perez, runs the ball to the right side, and on 3rd and about a yard to go, we'll check a spot here. It does not look like Rocha got enough for a first down, and big decision time for the Rivera Raiders. It's 4th and less than a yard. You're up by a point at home. 5:04 left. Ball at your own 28-yard line. That's the question. Cheeto Perez comes back in the game. Now steps to the sideline. Play clock down to 15. It's at 10. He's still on the sideline. Raiders are going to have to call a timeout. They're letting the game clock run down. It's at 4:44. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Reminding you our basketball coverage coming your way from San Benito on Sunday as the RGV Coaches Basketball Association preseason tournament will get underway. These basketball teams all start practice. And then tournament play for the girls begins on November 14th. We'll be broadcasting then. At that time, we'll have volleyball playoffs. We'll have football regular season. We'll have basketball going on. And if the right crews commit, right now Rudy's committed, I'm committed. If my crews commit, or if I find some play-by-play individuals that want to do some basketball, and I mean a lot of basketball, between November 14th and December 27th, Rio Sports Live realistically could pop off 300 games in a month. That wouldn't be a bad way to start basketball season, now would it? It could happen. 4th down play for the Raiders. They appear to be going for it on 4th and less than a yard. Perez takes a snap, hands it off, left side. That's a 1st down and nearly breaking it. Raiders will move the chains. Ramiro Vega, had he stayed on his feet there, would have run as far as he wanted to. Needed a half yard, got 5, could have got 70. Clock running with 4:23 to go. That's a gutsy call for the Rivera Raiders. On 4th down inside their 30. Now a new set of downs for Cheeto Perez. Clock running at 4 minutes. Hands it off. Vega has some room in the secondary. Hit by his own man. Penalty flag comes in. So that stops the clock with 3:55 to go, and that's thrown in the vicinity of a holding call. So wave that play off on what would have been a 1st down run by Ramiro Vega. It'll remain 1st down, but now moving backwards are the Raiders. They're back to the 29-yard line. 1st and now 15 for this Brownsville Rivera Raider team. Raiders get Harlingen South next week. Los Fresnos will get Harlingen. 1st down play here for Cheeto Perez. Keeps it himself, bounces it outside, wrapped up, thrown down. Lost another yard on the play. Falcons have 2 timeouts remaining. But once again, looking at it, if you're a Rivera Raider, you want to use the clock as much as you can on this drive. Even if you have to give it back to the Falcons, you want to do it with such time on the clock that you force them to become a passing team as a major option versus being able to run the ball, sustain a drive. Perez hesitates, gets hit and thrown backwards. Falcons may start using a timeout now with 2:43 to go. As after that loss, it brings up 3rd down and 18. That was a timeout called. 2nd timeout of the half. Falcons have 1 remaining. Raiders face a 3rd and 15 with a 1-point lead when we return. Emergency Response Services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry. In service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. Rivera Raiders on a third down play after a timeout call by the Falcons. Perez hands it off in a jet sweep. Now they want to throw out of that. Got a man wide open. Caught at the 50-yard line. 45, first down for the Raiders. How about that play? Then a penalty comes in afterwards. Some extracurricular stuff on the sideline. Then another penalty thrown as a referee ran out of flags, so threw his hat. And most likely, this will be a personal foul after the first down. We'll let them call it.
There are 2 fouls after the play. Personal foul, number 3 of the defense. Personal foul, number 5 of the offense. Those penalties offset the result of the play.
Well, there you have it. The play stands on a huge pass play by the Raiders. Another gutsy call on this drive. What looked like a jet sweep turned into a pass and a first down. New set of downs. Falcons down to 1 timeout remaining. Cheeto Perez now operating at the Falcon 43. Hands it off to Vega. Bounces it outside. Penalty flag thrown. Loss on the play as the Falcons are there to cover that. Now the biggest obstacle here against the Falcons is the clock. There was a hold called. Falcons don't necessarily have to take that penalty, but they will. Now they're indicating they want to decline the penalty. They declined the penalty, it makes it second down. And a loss on the play would make it 2nd and 12. That's what they're going to do. They're going to reset this and mark it down at the 35. So it's 2nd down and 12. 2:28 remaining. They'll now crank it up and the clock will run. Play clock at 25, game clock at 2:23. We'll go under 2 minutes before the Raiders have to take a snap on this play. 2nd down from the Falcon 45. Rocha watches the play clock get down under 7. Now down to 5, takes a snap. Hands it off. This is Vega running right. Vega turns it upfield. Steps out of bounds. Shy of first down yardage. And that helps the Falcon cause. As despite the fact it was yards gained by Vega, stepping out of bounds stops the clock, brings up 3rd and 4 with 2:01 left in the 4th quarter. Los Fresnos with 1 timeout remaining. And here, if their defense can get a stop right here, they can use a timeout and have some time on the clock when they get the ball back if they do so. Here's Rocha running right side. Stutter step, hit, down he goes, loss on the play of a couple. And with 1:53 to go, the Falcons of Los Fresnos will burn their final timeout. Cheeto Perez, once he got to that sideline, elected to stay in bounds, forcing the Falcons to burn that timeout. 4th and 6 coming up for the Raiders of Rivera, leading by 1 here at Sam Stadium on a Thursday.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here, Sam Stadium on a Thursday night in Brownsville, Texas, with the assistance of the Brownsville School District, KB ISD, assisting us. Fourth down play. Looks like the Raiders are going to go for it. They've converted once on fourth down on this drive. And going for the outright win here on fourth down. Perez takes it, looks to throw, fires it left-hand side. That's going to be picked off by the Falcons. And Los Fresnos, with 1:48 left, has the football. Now you look at that, it was an interception. You just knocked that ball down. You gain yourself 13 yards if you're the Falcons. That is a pick, and I know the tendency is to get that ball, intercept the ball, but in essence, it cost you 13 yards. And so the Falcons have to start a drive from their own 27. No timeouts remaining. Running play goes nowhere as the Raiders are able to stack it up. Clock running, 1:40 to go here in this game. Los Fresnos trailing by 1. Falcons on 2nd and 10. Longoria sets him down, keeps it on his own, takes it left-hand side, spins forward, gains 6 out to the 35. That's not enough for first down yardage. And the clock continues to run with 1:15 to go. First downs will stop the clock for the Falcons. Running play. That's a first down and more out across the 45 to the 47-yard line for Longoria. Remember, the Falcons only need a field goal here. 1:04 to go on first down, Longoria. Runs an option, keeps it himself, running right-hand side, strings it outside, stretches out of bounds. Ends up gaining 5 right at the midfield stripe. Make it a 6-yard gain. Into Raider territory at the 47. 54 seconds left here in the game. Brownsville Rivera on top by 1. Longoria under center. Going to keep it himself. Upfield, got a first down. Into the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Adrian Longoria. Another first down for the Falcons. Clock stops with 49 seconds to go. At the 39 of the Raiders with a chance of defense by the Raider fans. Longoria pitches it out. Left-hand side, Valencia. Turns it upfield, inside the 30, down to the 28. That's enough for a first down on a carry by Nicholas Valencia. First down, 29 seconds to go. They'll run it, pitch it out, right side. McWhorter turns it upfield. McWhorter ends up getting down to the 21. That's short of first down yardage. And clock running with 15 seconds left here in this game. Falcons with 9 seconds will spike the ball. With 8 seconds left, they'll bring the field goal unit on to try to win this game on the road at Sam Stadium. Out of the hold of Albert Torres, who will put the ball down on the right hash mark at the 29-yard line. So a 39-yard field goal attempt for the Los Fresnos Falcons before the kick. A timeout is called. That kick coming up. Brought to you in part by Hacienda Ford out of Edinburgh, Texas. This is Real Sports Live.
Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Falcons set up for a 29-yard field goal with 8 seconds left here in the ball game. Kicker is Job Esquivel from the right hash mark. Down by 1 of the Falcons. Good snap, ball down, kick up long enough, high enough, and it hits the upright and is no good. Rivera Raiders win it 21-20. It had plenty of leg. It caroms off the upright and no good. Meanwhile, there's a penalty on the play. And hold your horses on that win call. Falcons are going to get another chance. With 3 seconds left, they called running into the kicker. And so the Falcons will get another try. This time, they'll spot the ball down at the 24. A running into, not a roughing, a running into the kicker call. And now for the win, Esquivel from 34 yards out. Ball down, kick up, long, high. This time it is no good. Sails wide right. Raiders do indeed win this one. 21-20 your final score. They mob each other on the Raiders sideline. And things are getting interesting in District 32 6A. With a win here, the Rivera Raiders are now 1-1. As is the Los Fresnos Falcons. 21-20 your final score. 2 field goal attempts for the Falcons inside the last 10 seconds. 1 hitting the upright, a second sailing just wide. And the Rivera Raiders hang on to win this one 21-20. Our player of the game, sponsored by Hacienda Ford out of Edinburgh, Texas. Hacienda Ford has it in Edinburgh, Texas. He has an award. I'm going to hand it out to Cheeto Perez. In the passing game was 6 of 7 for 89 yards. Running the football, 10 carries, 32 yards. He leads his team to a 21-20 victory tonight over the Fresnos Falcons. And that's going to do it for our broadcast. Hope you enjoyed this one. Reminding you, highlights are coming up a little bit later on, and a replay of this game is available immediately. Till next time, from Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas, I'm Joe Bowling. Home team wins. Cane's Chicken Coupons means buy one, get one free. Till tomorrow night. Good night.